video game No Man's Sky is, just imagine, 255, if you want to call them universes or galaxies. Each galaxy is over 700,000 light years from the beginning to the core before you go to another universe or galaxy full of galaxies, if you want to use that term. Here's an example. If you look up in the right hand corner, or should I say it's the left, it's the name of the universe, which starts with an X and you can't pronounce half of them, might say. And just giving a rough sketch. That being, that's about, I think, well, let's just say I'm around the 42nd galaxy or universe. And as of right now, this one is even further. It's 820,000 light years from the core. And you can see the core by me putting right there galaxy core. This gives me a direction if I wanted to go towards that area. Now I'm warping to a nearby galaxy which has a sun and several planets around it. And each one of those stars you've seen has planets around them. And they're considered galaxies. I don't think they've come up with many other names other than galaxy or universe. Some might want to call the entire a universe. But mainly here it's a multiplayer with imagine millions of other people around the world, and we tend to call galaxies in reference to whatever we're referring to, and everybody knows it that way. So now here's the name, still in the same universe per se, start with an X, but I'm just in another galaxy of that particular galaxy or universe. Now, here gives me a direction towards the galaxy, which is, let's see, if you can see 340 light years. Going towards the core with 523 light years, and so forth. Now, I could go on my own manually, and you'll see from my particular spot, that's 1800 light years away from the core, and I'm getting closer per se. Now my jump warp has been exceeded, you'll see, out of jump range, which I only have a certain range that I can go to in this particular spaceship. And I'll show, this is the spaceship I'm using. They gave us some new spaceships here, it's pretty cool. This has a hyperdrive range of 997.3 light years. And I'm going to go into details, but the fundamentals and storage capacity of this particular ship, which you can see I named here. This is my suit, my life, my oxygen, etc., etc., my storage. This is where we have freighters. My freighter, it's a B class. You can go up to S class on down to C class, whichever B class. Storage, and I put all the storage compartments. We can see I have like 10 other storage compartments from things I've collected. And I am the captain. He works for me. And this is the robot race. It has a name that I really don't pronounce too much. I can send spaceships, which I have like over 12 or so ships I store on this. And he sends them out on missions and brings back goods and etc. And they've given some modification now. We teleport to our ships instead of going down the stairs, which we can still do. But I'm gonna teleport, and this is the immediate ship that I use, and I'll fly out and go back in. Now this is the regular speed per se. Now I'm going to do a little hyper speed, moves me a little faster, and I'll turn around. And that's not Earth. There's other so-called planets like Earth, but like I say, there's million, quadrillion planets per se. And I have frigates. If you see around my freighter, I think we can have up to 50, I believe, that I've collected, paid for, and they even gave us some living frigates. That's one of them. And the game goes pretty extensive. So anyway, let me go back in. And there'll be a gravitational pull when I get close enough. See other ships coming in to trade with me that aren't mine. These are some of my other ships. And this was a special type ship they had in the games, like an octopus. It's called an octa some name or another. And this is the one I was regularly using. This is a new one they gave us. And we have power packs with different type of, you'll see the exhausts. We buy and pay those if you want for different type. These are some other type ships that were new recently. This is one of the newest, and that's one of the Octa spaceships. And I really have more. They're in storage. I can pull them out. Let me see if I can give a little example. Here are like, if you can see them at the bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I can call them if they're not here. But anyway, we'll get in this one. This is one of the newer ones from the past. You use the power of light, or the sun's solar power. You'll see the flares as I go out. And it gives more power, the solar screens. So I don't use up as much of my fuel. And this is a space station. Most galaxies have space stations, not all of them, but most. And just for something to do, if I can, here we go. And they modernized our space stations from when the game came out. They're a whole lot different, a lot more to do than when the game first came out. Then we teleport in and out of our spaceship, and various people come, some game related, some actual people, a little bit of both. And you buy, trade, or whatever. You can improve your ship here. I can improve my appearance here. And various things you can buy for your ship. Your space gun, we have several space guns. We have mobile transits that you can buy parts for, and parts for your gun. Like my particular gun, I think we can have up to 8. I can have all kind of different things on them. Mining, shooting, some disappearing. My character can disappear. I can freeze different animal species if necessary. And you have a couple places of buying different minerals and items. A lot of the space stations are different. And you have to have special passcodes to get in these particular doors, which I have all of them. There's usually 3. I have all 3. And if you need any of these things, they're free. Sometimes some free items here. You can pick up credits And this is where you exchange and buy most items. They vary from station to station in different times, depending on how much is bought or sold. I can sell my items, prices, and as you can see, I'm up to $4 billion per se, or units. And like I say, some things are free. If you come to this, and there's tons and tons of different things to buy and sell, and a lot of places up here to buy and sell. And you improve your jetpack in a lot of ways, how long you can live, your oxygen. Here's another teleporter they just recently gave us. We can teleport back to our ship. If you have a teleporter on your ship, you have to buy. And we have a special community you can buy. They're all over, but if you only can get one, and you take care of it and improve it if you can. Where, like I said, there's various things to buy and trade, and another, call it exchange. And I'm doing this because it's the first time I've done this with my voice. I've seen it a lot of times, people doing it, but never really done it. So I'm doing it now. And back just to do it, back to my spaceship, or should I say my freighter. And we can always improve our freighter. Here's a personal teleporter. You can put them where you want. This one goes to a certain area of the ship, and they've given us new things to do. We can now customize outside of our ship, and these are a lot of souvenirs. And you can also have first person now, if we want, which I'll do real quick. First person. And this is outside, and some of my frigates, say probably up to 50. That's one living one. A lot of these are collectibles items I've collected from different planets, or things they give us from different missions you win. And just to say, we can get into trouble or not, depending on how good we are. You can actually leave off of this onto the freighter itself. But if you get lost, you can actually, well, you probably die before you fall to the planet, which I've managed, if I'm close enough, to survive on the planet. But it's a big struggle doing it if you've got to be close enough, or you usually wind up running out of oxygen or something first. And vegetation that we use for different purposes, vegetation which can be taken up and used. Processors here if we want to make it for different reasons and things. And I wanted to, now this is, like I say, the personal modifier like was we saw in the space station. Now I'll go to my community and I'll teleport, which is several hundred thousands light years from where I'm actually at. It's in a totally different galaxy, several hundreds light years away. But you have to learn how to pinpoint and put a claim on your settlement so you can transport or teleport to them. And sometimes it takes a little while to actually visualize where you are and things to come to materialize. And a lot of times, here's a intruder on my territory, which I'm not going to defend it right away. I'm going made a teleportator to my office, which I usually check and see how the citizens are doing. It's usually a quarrel or something they want me to settle, like this one here. Not going to take time to read it, but I brought my settlement up. As you'll see, it's a class A now. It was a C, but I've done a lot of things to bring it up. These are units I could keep that they make in my processing factories, etc. But like I said, I'm not going to save the game so I can keep up on my last point. Here are some of the vehicles that I own and use, store things. One of the nicest ones they gave us was like a robot. They call it a Minotaur, which I can call from my... And it has a remote system that I can shut down or activate, like right here. He's not activated, so when I do this, he'll start following me. Just activated him. Or I can teleport inside and do it myself. He has guns, he can dig under the earth, and he can has a jetpack. And I have a little super jetpack that I bought. He goes a little further than average. And I can change my guns. This is a regular cannon. It's pretty neat. It's really does a pretty good job. Now this is what it says bore, but I can't do it on my base area. When you claim a certain area and all that, you can't dig on certain property. But if I move far enough, I can dig under the earth. But he also has a mining laser, which is not the quickest one in the game. And you can collect all these items here. And you can teleport to where you like, which is, let's say, my suit. Ship is just out of range. Or some of them for my freighter, way up with my freighter. Or my storage compartments I own, if I want. These are out there. Oh, now this one is damaged, but I have the necessary items to fix it, so I'll fix it. So you got to keep maintenance on your different ones. Here's a wreck freighter. A lot of times there's good items there, which I don't care to check right now, but just the sake of it to show it. Going over to it. Just to show and tell. And to leave, I can see how he followed me. And I have a special little companion they gave us here. I can activate him, which I'll do now. It's just someone to be with you there. Now I have two companions follow me. And they give us, oh, that's right, you might call them creatures. I think it's like 12 or so you can call them when you capture them, which I've got mine full. Here's my, it's like a planet with robot creatures. They gave us this egg at the end of a campaign, and I want this egg and he a robot person. Captured this one, you can fly on him, ride on him. Some can, you say can't, that one you can't. Then it goes over to another thing, 6 different creatures. Like I say, some you can ride and fly on. And some they give you in campaigns. Pretty neat. So I'll call one of them. And you can feed them. There's my robot dog. He's gotten pretty big. They grow and lay eggs if you're in the right environment. You feed them, pet them. He used batteries for food. And I can ride him. Go in the third person for a better view. And you can steer him, make him go faster. And here's a teleporter I made that goes, which I'm not for sure right off. There's my other companion. And to get off of him, see, I hit that teleport so quick I went in there. But anyway, to go back out, see, yeah, I kind of remember now, yeah. But anyway, let's do a flying companion before I go up. One that flies, here we go. And pet him real quick, make him feel better. They talk down if you look at him. And I can ride him. It, her, some of them are unisex, whichever that's supposed to mean, both male, female, I guess, depending on the creature. But some are male, female. And you can get around this way. And let me call another. Ooh, one of my. See, that's the. It's like a motorcycle they have. And oh yeah, I want to go up and show one more thing before I go here. I'm call one of my ships. This is the ship I'm using now. I can call either one I want. This is a famous one a lot of people look for. Small but pretty sturdy, cute like a little bird. Always the S-class. I think they are. Different variations of them, but they're nice. I call mine little birdie. And you do get in space battle sometime. Going into hyper speed, you might say. Hydro speed, hyper speed. That's regular. And that's like a little extra speed. That was one. But anyway, you can call what we call an anomaly. These are two guys in this anomaly that kind of help us along our journeys, especially when you first start. And this is where you meet all the other players in the game in your session. And you can go in and out of sessions. They always in and out or whatever. And you can call your anomaly. And here's where the expeditions and different other rewards and missions if you want to. Oh yeah, now this is a popular ship. It's a living ship. I have two of those, I believe. I've had several. I haven't gotten rid of them. They're okay. Some of the ships of the other player, these are actual players. Vehicles, and you can bring your pet, one of your pets. A lot of people like to show off their pets in here. And this is like a rock creature. But he do left. And you can go here for missions. They have daily missions, like in gold, weekly missions in green, weekend missions. I mean, these are regular there. And they give you rewards as well as you go. This guy, he have Quicksilver. There's always special awards randomly, which I'm pretty much up to date. The things they give you, you can win or earn. And prizes for the expeditions. Like I said, I'm up to date. That's like a malfunction. I already have that. All of those. This is the newest one with the robot features. And others down through the years. And you can actually take your eggs up here when a creature lays an egg. You can modify it in an egg modifier. They put that in a while ago. And it's another little people, blah blah blah, for different reasons I don't want to go into. Here's where you buy all your extra. Well, let's show these two guys. These are the two guys that help direct you in the game when you first start. His name Polo and Napa, I believe his name is here. And they help you direct you through the game. But here's where all your technology, you buy and pay for it when you can for different reasons. He's for your ship. You can see a ship over there. This is your building construction and your when you make a base. This guy's for your personal unit. Guy, she, whatever. This is for your weapon. He gives you modifications for your weapon. Just doing one of them real quick. And some of them speaking, you buy all these different things. See, I pretty much bought everything, and for a different gun. You can put them on any gun once you buy them. They have a different gun there randomly. Stuff for material, which I bought all these. You can build these items or use them for building, and the prices are, some of them are really extensive, like 15 million once you build them out of all of these and different uses. And this is for your robot and mobile units. Buy extra things for them and make them do extra things. Okay, this is in the anomaly. And here's a big teleporter where you can go to other people's special planets that's done some things, which are, some of them are really out of sight. And that's, ooh, a simulator of another universe when you come in contact with a certain mission that goes on, which we won't go into. I might go to one, they'll give you a feature one of somebody that really knows something they're doing. I've been to these. Let's go to this one maybe. I don't know, they all three of them are nice there. And this is what somebody named theirs. Look like Billy. It's been a while since I think this is the same one I've been to. Yeah, the one's on display. It's materializing. And they, like I say, done a nice job with decorating. And I believe this one is up in the sky, but makes it stand out.